My life as a chef began when I was just a boy cooking with my nan. As the generations pass, I fear that family recipes and customs will fade away. Join me as I feast with families and experience their traditions before they are lost forever.
Dopo Moscardini per me, sì per me. Forse può bene una carota ed un po' di riso in bianco, ma rigorosamente senza burro e senza sale. Ora un po' di torta per me, sì per me. A lei porti un tazzone di carcane. Triste la tua dieta al ristorante, mentre mangio come un elefante. Tu hai finto di niente.
On the outskirts of Sydney, it was as close to the Congo as I could get without being there. My Congolese family friends gather at Mbuyu's field to collect vegetables for the evening feast.
Karibu! Welcome, Garibani!
They represent a new wave of Central African immigrants who find a taste of home in Mbuyu's garden. So this is your garden?
Yeah, that's my garden.
I'm surprised at how big it is, actually. I didn't expect your garden to be so huge. What have we got here?
This one is a pumpkin. We eat the leaves.
Ah, I see.
Cooked well with peanut, with tomato, onion, some garlic. It's
I'm hungry already. Sounds gorgeous.
Let me show you what we call Ndayi. In English, it's called rosella.
Rosella?
It's a natural vitamin C.
I can understand why. It's really citrusy, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell me about what we've got here then.
In front of you, we have cassava, tapioca.
Can I eat this?
No.
You can't.
No?
Not like a
really?
It contains cyanides.
Yes.
Cyanide.
Okay.
Yes.
So before cooking, they have to dump it in hot water.
When the lady will come, they will cut the young one.
The sweetest, most tender.
One. Yes.
Mbuyu's farm is an impressive hectare of fascinating African vegetation. From the tangy leaves of the rosella plant known as Ndayi to the poisonous cassava leaves which are not commercially available in Australia.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Giving me more trouble.
You know, in Africa, when we go to the field, we don't have the luxury of having cars to go to the field. We walk miles and miles. So we thank God here we have the luxury of being driven.
Every month the African community gather for a feast. Now with their fresh ingredients on board, the ladies were ready to hit the Afrique salon. Rachel, Justine and Stella are regulars at Kimmy's salon, and she really knows how to look after the girls. For shiny, to make your hair shiny. Smells like the countryside.
When you are going to a feast, you have to look the best.
Yes. The Afrique Salon was a one-stop shop for dresses and wigs and beauty advice. For a Congolese feast, you need more than excellent food. You need to look dynamite. Isaac and Justine's house is an unofficial drop-in centre for their African friends, a place where they all gather and catch up on a lifestyle they were forced to leave behind. Now that we have everything we needed for a Congolese feast, it was time to head out the back for some cooking with the girls. Show me some of your secrets.
Oh, today you're going to taste them.
So what do we have here, Joe? This is the cassava leaf, is that right?
Yeah, this is the cassava leaves.
These are the poisonous ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what do we have to do to prepare these?
We start to separate the leaves
Yes.
and the long stick.
There you go.
Next, take boiling water and we mix with these leaves.
So you soften the leaves and that'll kill the poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see the color is changing.
Yeah, it seems to fade a little bit, doesn't it? It's not as green as it was. So this will be safe to eat now.
Yeah. We can put now in this day.
Now I'm familiar with the cassava root, but I've never seen the leaves used in a dish before.
Yeah, to hound it.
So I'll leave you there, Joe, with your cassava leaf preparation. Stella, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Good. So we've got the Ndayi. Ndayi.
It's a vegetable dish on its
Okay.
own. All we do is we cut off the little stems that it comes with it.
Yes.
And after that, we get them in the bunch and we just chop them up as you can chop any vegetables, just little fine pieces. After we've done the preparation of it, we wash it and then start the cooking.
I love it. Well, I look forward to tasting that.
Oh yeah, it's
better
good.
go and see what Rachel's doing over here.
Oh, okay.
Rachel, how you going?
How are you?
So we've got these beautiful pumpkin leaves here, haven't we?
Yes, pumpkin leaves, very yummy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. So what's happening here? Because they are quite prickly, aren't they?
Yes, they are prickly.
What do you do to get rid of those
What we do
prickles?
is we flick it so that any dust or any sand can come off. And we hold it up like that and then strip the fibers out so that the prickly...
Like so.
Yeah.
In Australia, we tend to throw out the leaves of root vegetables. But today, I'm seeing the leaves being used as the main ingredient.
To chop it just like you would bok choy or any other vegetable.
Okay, I can't wait to come back and see how it all turns out. What have we got here, Isaac? What are you making?
I'm making a banjo, traditional instrument of music, especially from the area where I come from. I'll need to remove this part of the tin, and this other part also to fold it so that it doesn't be very sharp. Just a light drawing of a banjo.
So just using a normal plank of wood?
Yes, to make sure that it fits the finger when you're playing.
Yes.
I need to make holes here.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 holes.
While Isaac builds his banjo, Joe had progressed with the cassava leaf dish. The cassava leaves are being pounded?
Yeah. First things is to put the cassava leaves first.
And so what's in there? Is that just water?
In small water.
An inch of water, or maybe 150 mils. Yeah.
After that, I must mix the eggplant with the cassava leaves, and all I put on the fire. This is smoked fish.
Okay.
We buy the fish.
Yes.
And we put on the fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it become like this.
Okay.
With smoke.
How do you pronounce that?
Samaki yamoshi.
I'll leave that one with you.
After washing, we cut the small pieces. We need to mix in here. Now, we have the celery.
Celery leaf. It's the only leaf I recognise here today.
It's smelling. It's good.
Smells great.
Yeah.
I love celery.
I mix it all together. Now, the onion.
Oh, spring onions. Just 1 or 2.
Maybe 2 can be good. Wow.
There you go.
Good job. Thank you. I mix with onion, salt, little bit salt. After that, peanut. This
Crushed
peanut,
peanuts.
you crush it in the blender.
The crushed peanuts will thicken the sauce and give this dish a rich, velvety texture.
The last things we want to mix with palm oil. This palm oil.
Oh, from Sierra Leone?
Yeah. In Congo, we use this.
It's interesting you're going to add the oil now, whereas where I come from, we add the oil first to fry. You're going to add it at the end?
Because of the flavor of this oil.
Ah, so it's for aroma rather than for frying and heat transfer.
Yeah, now we mix it all together.
The oil comes from the fruit of the palm oil tree. It's the second most widely used oil on the planet. The vibrant colour is the result of high levels of beta-carotene. Do you think we should turn it down a little bit?
Yep.
Too fierce.
Yeah.
How are we looking here now? That's been simmering for about 25-30 minutes, ready for the feast, I imagine.
Yep.
Not a hint of cyanide was left in the cassava, only the unique combination of smoked fish and peanuts. As Isaac progresses with the banjo, I'm yet to find out what's going to happen to those pumpkin leaves and the Ndayi. The Congolese feast is really starting to take shape, and Rachel's going to show me what she's doing with her pumpkin leaves.
Walnuts.
Peanuts?
Yeah, peanuts. and that's onion and tomato.
Tomato.
Yes. We have water in here.
Yep. You say about 120 mils there?
Yeah, 120 mils. We're going to put salt.
Okay, plenty of salt there.
And then we're going to put the onion and the tomato in there and let it just start boiling together. In there, we will add the pumpkin leaves on top. So it's got to boil away.
Drop down by half,
Drop
you
down
reckon?
by half, and then we put in the other part.
Say that for you.
Careful, that's hot.
It's okay, I've got chef's hands. No
So
problem.
I've got peanuts.
A combination of crushed peanuts and greens seems as common to the Central Africans as the Sunday roast is to the English.
The tomatoes need to be very red.
Okay.
So because the tomatoes weren't as red, we just add a bit of this palm oil.
Okay.
So just to add a little bit of color in it.
Can I stir that for you?
Yes, you can. Look at it going in.
Alright.
So it's gonna simmer right there, and
How long do you simmer that for?
almost 10 minutes.
Pumpkin leaves are, it's rare for people to use them, isn't it?
Yes, because they're not familiar with it.
Can I try some instead?
Yes, you can. It's hot.
Very nutty flavour, very aromatic, and there's a subtle sweetness from the pumpkin leaf. That's really, really delicious.
It is.
Maybe the rest of the world will take up pumpkin leaves after
That's
tasting
right.
that dish. Thank you very much for teaching me about that.
You're welcome.
This is the Ndayi, just a little bit of cut onion and some chopped tomatoes.
Yes.
And we've got a bit of salt for taste. We just put the onion, just like a quarter of an onion. Then we've got the chopped tomatoes. Just one large tomato. Yes. I've got the leaves all cleaned out. Just waiting for that to boil.
Reminds me of sorrel, a sour tasting spinach.
Oh, okay.
Very similar to this.
This is served with fresh fish, fried
It would
fish.
go really well with fish, won't it? Because you've got the
Yes,
citrus
yes.
flavours as well.
It has boiled. It's gone to a brown color.
Uh-huh.
Can you
It
smell?
smells beautiful.
Now let's just add a little bit of red oil.
Palm oil's popular.
Yes. And then a pinch of salt, just for taste.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough?
Just another 2 minutes or so, just for the oil to heat up and mix well with the vegetable. So we're just gonna put this aside because
Alright.
this one is now ready.
Put this on.
Yes.
I love a bit of fried fish.
Yeah.
I think it must
Yeah,
be the
that's-
English in
that's
me.
enough.
And what type of fish is that?
This is a tilapia fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the marinade in there? What would you put on that?
Just a bit of garlic
Yes.
and a bit of ginger and a bit of turmeric.
Okay. I'm looking forward to trying this tonight.
Yeah, so we're just gonna put it on the plate and
Yes.
put the Ndayi. And I think
We got the goat.
Oh, we're going to go and get the goat?
Steam, yes. Can we go get it?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Let's go.
See you later on. Not far down the road from Isaac's house was Shane's duck, sheep and chicken farm.
Come on,
Nice to meet you, Shane. I've heard a lot about you. Also specialising in goat.
Wow.
What's the prices on these?
They range from anywhere from say $40 up to $80.
So it just depends on the size?
Yeah, depends on the size and goat breeds. So skinny hair ones, they're the farm goats. Where the wild ones you get cheaper.
Oh dear. What kind of cultures come here? What kind of people come here to buy these goats?
This way you get all cultures that buy those goats, like Asian,
Yes.
African, Muslim, pretty much every single culture that eats goat, they come here to buy them. Which one are you up to today?
You know, as usual, I get the female goat.
The female one?
So which one is female? Is that one over there?
There's one right there at the brown head.
Yeah,
The white one, the brown head.
Yeah, she's a
okay,
good little
that
one, isn't she?
Yeah.
She looks all right.
All you do is just walk in one line.
Yeah.
Just be careful, just don't walk too fast. If you walk too fast, you're going to spook them.
Yeah.
All right.
Push them over a bit.
Yeah.
Be careful of the big ones. If they go to run out, just step out of the way. Otherwise, I'll just knock you out of the way. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. It's a farm goat, it's already hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Here's the steerer, you're the driver.
All right. The goats knew what we had come for, and I was glad to have survived them. Look at this.
That's the legs. Normally, with our African culture, it's a male job to slaughter the goat and cut it into small pieces. And we don't finish all the meat from the bones, because when we cook also the bones, it needs to have a little bit of meat.
Yeah.
If you can just go in the joint, you can easily cut the two bones.
Hey, there you go.
You see?
Hi, Justine.
Yeah.
I've got the goat here now.
Oh, thank you.
It's ready, washed and boiled for you. How long did that cook for, do you know?
Almost 40 minutes.
Okay. So we put some spring onions and salt in this.
I'm gonna need just to put a bit of oil.
Just say when.
Yeah, that's enough. For that, I'm gonna add onion and celery.
How many onions did you use in that?
2 onions.
What else should we
Just
use?
need tomatoes.
Is this a typical Congolese dish?
It's something we just brought up with. We like goat in Congo. Here, many people don't like goat.
Right. I love goat. So this is sizzling away now.
I'll just add this one.
Okay. Got the capsicums and the tomatoes. What spices are we going to use in here?
A bit of this.
Okay, what are these peppercorns? How many pinches?
2 or 3. And I'm gonna chop some basil leaves.
Using basil, which is more traditionally in Italian cooking.
Just when I came to Australia and I found it here, I liked it.
Justine may not know it, but in adding basil to her goat stew, she's made it similar to a typical southern Italian dish. So it's golden brown now and all those vegetables are lovely and soft.
Now we're gonna add a bit of tomato, crushed tomato, just to give it a nice flavor, and a bit of tomato paste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it nice and moist.
At least 2 or 3 teaspoons.
And that'll enrich the flavour of the puree, won't it?
Some salt.
What's that? A couple of good pinches in there?
Salt, yeah.
Smells glorious, sounds glorious. All that lovely squelching.
And now to finish it up, we're gonna add on the stock.
Okay, the goat stock.
Right.
My goodness, look at that. Now, how long would you cook that for now?
We have to let it boil at least for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Then we finish.
Can I taste some?
Yeah, you can. Love it.
Absolutely knockout.
Salt.
I think it's fine. What do you think?
That's
There you
too
go.
hot for me.
It should be fine.
Yeah.
15 minutes for the goat stew,
Yeah.
and then we can go and enjoy the feast with everyone.
That's right.
Most people would buy their meat from the butcher, but I could see that nothing of the goat would be wasted.
Keep holding.
Isaac had made sure of that. I can't believe this is the same goat that we were wrestling in the yard hours ago. For Isaac, making the banjo brought back memories of the Congo. He began to tell me his story of the life he and his family had left behind and their journey to freedom.
I was teaching French language in the high school, but the war came. I was in fact forced to leave my country just for my life, the life of my wife and my children. So I left Congo, went to Zambia, because Zambia is the neighboring country.
Was it easy to get into Zambia? Were you welcome?
Once you cross the border,
Yes.
you become a refugee. The place where I was wasn't that secured because it was near the Congo border, and there's just the Lake Mwero. Sometimes cross the lake in the night. So I thought that it was good to proceed to Botswana because Botswana is a peaceful country.
Okay.
In fact, Botswana is the best refugee camp in Africa. So I went to a good camp, but to me it wasn't good. But people say compared to other countries, the food given to refugees is not enough.
No.
Imagine, you've got no milk for the children, you've got nothing.
It was tough times for Isaac and his family back in Africa. But now safe in Australia, the final preparations are underway for their Congolese feast.